starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. Your local news is straight ahead, but first, we have some potentially severe weather in the area. We'll check in with our weather team right now. Conrad, what's the weather looking like this evening?
Yeah, so I mean, it's looking pretty good right now, but this is just the calm before the storm, as most of the area is under severe thunderstorm watches until 10 p.m., even most of the UP, because these storms will be firing up very, very shortly, as we do already have a couple of storms starting to fire up here in the UP, and they will continue to do that throughout the afternoon tonight, and then once again into the evening and overnight hours tonight, as we are all mostly under a slight risk of some severe thunderstorms. That extends into Wausau and as well up north into the UP, mostly into the overnight hours tonight, with a lot of the atmosphere getting charged up out there with really warm temperatures out there once again in the 70s and 80s across most of the state here in Wisconsin, some 90s in Minnesota. So a lot of those warmer temperatures are just helping out of the atmosphere out there right now, as Rhinelander's coming in at a 80-degree reading at the moment. Wausau just a tad bit warmer at 82 degrees, but later on today we'll have some on and off thunderstorms with temperatures that will continue to drop into the 50s. Michael?
For the first time ever, North Central Wisconsin will be sending 9 local high school marching bands to perform as the Northwoods Marching Band in the world-famous Rose Bowl Parade in Pasadena, California. Northland Pines band director Forrest Mann said the opportunity to play in the Rose Bowl Parade has already been a life-changing experience for the students.
It's just a huge thing for us to come together as Northwood schools. We've never come together like this before. A lot of lifelong friendships are being made right now between kids who would otherwise not have the opportunity to do something like this.
The Tournament of Roses Parade President Amy Weinscott, an alumni of Northland Pines School District in Eagle River, has been working for years to assemble what is now the Northwoods Marching Band to represent northern Wisconsin.
You know, my students got to meet Amy Weinscott, and she is the president of the Rose Parade and also an alumni from our school. So just for our students to meet somebody who has gone that far with their life and been so successful was huge.
The bands are performing at the parade on January 2nd, 2023, and will provide a small sneak peek of what they are playing at the 4th of July parades all the way across the Northwoods this 4th. A Merrill man has been sentenced to 16.5 years in federal prison for producing child pornography. 42-year-old Jason Ridolfi pleaded guilty in March and was sentenced yesterday. Ridolfi was charged after a 2020 investigation found sexually explicit images of children uploaded to Google. Investigators executed a search warrant at Ridolfi's home, finding more than 25,000 images of child pornography, which included some he had produced himself. Judge William Connolly expressed concern that Ridolfi's behavior had gone beyond from possessing images created by others to creating his own. He also said that Ridolfi needed to address his alcoholism and mental health needs to ensure he did not offend again. Following his prison sentence, Ridolfi also received 20 years of extended supervision. A flurry of activity took place in the Supreme Court today, including the addition of a new justice. Katanya Brown Jackson has made history by being sworn in as the 116th member of the U.S. Supreme Court. She becomes the first black woman to serve on the highest court in the nation. Jackson graduated magna cum laude from Harvard University in 1992 and was a supervising editor for the Harvard Law Review. She was confirmed to the Supreme Court by the Senate in April by a vote of 53 to 47. The Supreme Court has issued a ruling that will curb the Environmental Protection Agency's ability to fight climate change. The 6-3 decision announced Thursday limits the EPA's capacity to broadly regulate carbon emissions from existing power plants. It is a defeat for the Biden administration's attempts to slash emissions amid concerns over global warming. In addition, the court cut back agency authority in general, a ruling that could impact the authority of all federal agencies to regulate in other areas of policy, as well as the regulation of the internet and worker safety. The Biden administration's immigration agenda scores a major win from the U.S. Supreme Court. The High Court ruled Thursday in favor of ending the Remain in Mexico policy that began in 2019 during the Trump administration. The final tally was 5-4, with Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Brett Kavanaugh joining the liberal justices in the decision. Biden wants to end the controversial program, which is officially called Migrant Protection Protocols. It calls for sending some non-Mexican citizens who were in the U.S. back to Mexico to wait while their immigration matters were being dealt with. The policy has long been blasted by immigrant rights supporters who say it is inhumane. A contingent of nearly 50 wildlife ecology students from Indiana's Purdue University recently visited Nicolet College in Rhinelander this week. They came here to learn about and experience the rich and diverse northern natural ecosystem on campus. The day started with a presentation on ruffed grouse biology and habitat by John Steigerwalt, a local and Nicolet College graduate now who is working for the conservation director for the Ruffed Grouse Society. These students then headed into the woods for an instructional tour led by Nicolet College science instructor Roger Dorsey, who focused on the dynamics of forest succession. The morning visit to Nicolet was one of the many stops that students made during their 5-week tour of northern Wisconsin and Michigan's Upper Peninsula. The Fed recently raised interest rates earlier this month in an effort to fight inflation. The central bank uses the interest rates as a tool to cool the U.S. economy when needed. With the drastic increase in the past 18 months, it was their next answer to the problem. Newswatch 12's Matt Weaver spoke with an economist about the decision and its impact on the average American. Matt?
Thanks, Michael. The 0.75% increase in interest rates was big news in mid-June. I spoke with one economist who shared more about the situation and the central bank's decision from a bird's eye view.
It's a difficult time for consumers.
As last reported by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, inflation rates set well above average at about 8.6%. Mark Vonderer, professor of economics at St. Norbert College, explains how the latest interest rate hike will impact the average American.
Interest rates affect the cost of borrowing. So as interest rates rise, anything that we borrow money for is going to be more expensive for us as we repay those loans.
For the Fed, it's a balance between managing demand and supply. Essentially, the hope is that the higher interest rates can help decrease spending.
What the Fed is hoping to do is to dampen the demand side by dampening investment and consumption through the higher interest rates.
Less spending helps to clot the bleeding circulation of money in the economy.
If you're not borrowing and inflation rates come down, cost of living is becoming more affordable again.
However, Vonderer believes that a lower cost of living may come with a price.
If we want lower inflation, we're probably going to be facing higher unemployment. And what we're willing to tolerate as a society, as an economy, is the key question. But if some households then lose their jobs, that has some significant economic consequences for them personally that we don't want to disregard.
For legislators, it's a matter of weighing out each consequence. And unfortunately, he believes there is no easy solution.
There are some very conflicting signals in the data right now, which I think make it that much more difficult for policymakers to have a policy that will make everybody as happy as possible.
Ultimately, the recent interest rate hike is only an attempt to make the economy more manageable for the average American.
The bottom line is there's a trade-off. If you want lower inflation through monetary policy, you're risking higher unemployment. If you can tolerate higher inflation, you'll be able to have lower unemployment.
In Rhinelander, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
Domestic violence shelters are important for supporting victims, but they are often tight on money. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll tell you how a local crisis shelter is looking to raise funds to support others. That's after weather right here on Newswatch 12.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's 72-hour sale just got better. This Saturday through Monday, doorbusters up to 52% off. A $1,000 purchase is just $21 a month. Plus, take a holiday bonus of up to 10% off our sale prices at checkout at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Come join us at the historic Waswagening Indian Bowl located in downtown Lac-du-Flambeau Tuesdays through August 16th. Experience the culture and pageantry of Ojibwe powwow, relax to the soothing sounds of Native American drums, and enjoy the vibrant colors of traditional regalia worn by the authentic Ojibwe dancers. Watch and take part of their intertribal dances and come tour our Ojibwe Summer Village gates, open at 6 with grand entry at 7. Come and refresh your spirit, paid by the Native American Tourism of Wisconsin.
2022 is off to a rocky start, and that has a lot of people at or near retirement age worried. Now is the time to make sure that you have the right retirement plan in place for what may come next. Do you feel confident in your plan? Does your advisor put your mind at ease or add to the confusion? At Bushka Wealth Management, our goal is to provide consistent communication, complete transparency, and true fiduciary guidance to our clients. Reach out to us. Let's start a conversation.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like butter burgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Leaving a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
It's Furniture and Appliance Mart's Stars and Stripes 72-hour sale. Hurry in to save as much as 40% off holiday doorbusters and special buys. And get guaranteed 5-day delivery on all in-stock appliances. The biggest savings of the summer are happening right now at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Good afternoon and welcome back, everyone. So we had a good start to the morning, a little bit of rain showers out there, but then it really broke up out there and a lot of the sunshine started to peek out most of the day, and that really started to warm things up out there, and that is just the fuel for all those thunderstorms that are starting to pop up right now in the UP. There's even a severe thunderstorm warning at the moment, but overall most of us in the UP and northern Wisconsin are under severe thunderstorm watches, and that is going to be in effect until tonight at 10 p.m. So really stay on alert and be careful, because these storms, once they start to ramp up, they're really going to be ramped up as that atmosphere is nice and charged up out there. And that is why we have a slight risk of some severe thunderstorms in the northern part of the state, and that extends all the way into the UP. So be careful out there later on this afternoon, and then once again into this evening, and then by tomorrow it really starts to break up, and then more sunshine is back by tomorrow, and then more rounds of storms are going to be back by Saturday evening, and then once again into Sunday. But looking at these dew points out there, pretty high up there, feeling more on the humid end all across the state, even closer to tropical feelings, closer to Shawano. So it is going to feel really sticky out there with those storms that will be developing very, very shortly here in the Northwoods. And temperatures out there are really warm as well. We have some 90s across the state in Minnesota, some 70s and 80s across Wisconsin, with Stevens Point coming in at a 79-degree reading. Eagle River is north of that, and it is a little bit warmer as all that warmer air started to situate in the northern part of the state, where all those clouds really started to break up out there and that sunshine started to heat things up. And that is that fuel for all those thunderstorms that are going to start really popping up in the next couple of minutes, maybe hours out there for later on tonight. But temperatures tomorrow are going to be looking pretty nice out there as well. Just a tad bit cooler than what we had today, as we will be in the upper 70s out there. South of us, closer to Wausau, they're going to have temperatures in the mid to upper 70s as well. And Adams will be coming in close to 81 degrees out there. Also, the winds are a little bit on the windy side, the little breezy side, as Rhinelander is coming in at a 16-mile-per-hour wind. That wind will continue to be on the breezy end tonight as those storms really start to develop, and that will continue overnight as scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue tomorrow. A beautiful day out there with mostly sunny skies, and our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show thunderstorms back by Sunday and Monday, but temperatures sticking around near average into next week. Michael?
In the wake of Friday's Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, a Wisconsin district attorney says he will prosecute abortion providers if there's probable cause and an alleged abortion violations by state law. Sheboygan County District Attorney Joel Urmansky says he will prosecute laws based on how they are written and plans to do the same when it comes to the state's abortion laws.
Our job as prosecutors, in my opinion, is we're upholding the law. We're not legislators, we're not passing laws, we're not voting on laws, we're enforcing those laws. And I'm not going to go out there and say, go ahead and commit this crime, do this, do that.
There are 4 abortion clinics in Wisconsin. One of them is this Planned Parenthood in Sheboygan. They all halted abortion procedures after the Roe decision came down. Now, a law established a year after Wisconsin became a state is back in effect. banning abortions unless it's deemed necessary to save the mother's life. That law states 2 physicians would have to verify that's the case before legally proceeding. Domestic violence and sexual assault are incidents that happen too often, and the Northwoods isn't that. In order to keep serving victims in the area, a local crisis center needs to make some updates. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson joins us to tell us about how improvements to a safe shelter will improve victims' experiences. Morgan?
Michael, Tri-County Council on Domestic Violence and Sexual Abuse is a Northwoods-based organization whose mission is to provide a safe environment for victims. After years of supporting victims, the building is in need of some updates.
It's not a comfortable conversation, but in order to make it more comfortable, you have to talk about it.
Every year, more than 10 million people are victims of domestic violence in the U.S. Vicki Tosi wants to start a conversation.
We just have to be able to talk about things and reach out for help when it's needed, and someone to be there to give that help when it's needed as well.
Vicki works at the Tri-County Council on Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault, which is a resource for victims in Oneida, Vilas, and Forest County. Vicki helps run Lily's House. The safe house was named after Lily Kongsline, who served Tri-County for over 25 years.
She was just somebody very amazing and special, and the agency decided, and the board decided to name our shelter after Lily. I was able to meet Lily, and she was an amazing, amazing human being.
Men, women, and families come to Lily's house.
There has to be a place for victims to go.
But after almost 10 years of being around,
the wind blows our gate open constantly.
Lily's house is showing some wear and tear.
We are definitely needing some updating.
For the second year, Tri-County is hosting a community fundraiser to make improvements and hopefully add a play area for children.
We don't have any kind of structure right now. We have some yard toys for the kids that, they've taken a little beating with our wonderful weathers here in northern Wisconsin.
Vicki wants people to remember that victims are never at fault.
They're put in a position that's really hard and scary and unsafe.
Vicki hopes improvements to Lily's house will help serve victims better, just like Lily served the organization.
I am very grateful to be a part of an agency that offers help to those victims.
Fundraiser tickets to support Lily's House can be found at various businesses in the Northwoods, including the Minocqua Police Department and Big Daddy's in Rhinelander. Tickets are just $1 a piece. The drawing for the raffle will take place at Pioneer Park on July 16th at 3:15 p.m.
Thanks, Morgan. You'll see many Blue Angel flyovers for the 4th of July, but one man got a much closer look. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we tell you about how one man got the ride of his life.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
This summer, prime rib is the star. Bite into the new Primal Angus Thick Burger at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
A dream is the spark of greatness, but it's nothing without drive.
Now shine on, 'cause we're made from the stars.
Introducing the all-new Honda HR-V. With impressive sporty style, inside and out. From the brand owners are calling most fun to drive. Honda, the power of dreams.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
The liberals in Washington sure are changing people's lives. Soaring inflation thanks to reckless spending and record gas prices due to cuts in U.S. energy production. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting back, working to hold Washington accountable for its spending and waste and restore American energy independence to lower prices at the pump. Tell Senator Johnson, keep fighting for Wisconsin families.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built Ford Escape with an available head-up display and pre-collision assist. And Ford Edge with available enhanced active park assist and intelligent all-wheel drive. Both are IIHS top safety picks. That's value built for America. Ford SUVs. Drive one today. Choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% financing for 66 months only at your local Ford dealer.
Traffic is horrible.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with prime rib at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
Summer is the perfect time for kids to go out and try something new. And the Summer Youth Theater program is a great way to introduce kids to the art of theater. Taking place at the Rhinelander High School's Performing Arts Center, the program gets kids to try out theater in a way that doesn't deal with the stress of performing arts and instead tries to make it fun for kids to act and sing on stage.
A lot of kids that have anxieties and things that they're working through, this helps them get out of their shell. You have a ton of feedback from teachers that say, oh, they acted this way in class, and all of a sudden I'm seeing them just come to life on stage.
While the program will be fun for kids, it'll be a grueling schedule in order for them to perform the part. The production will be taking place this Saturday at the Rhinelander High School Theater at 3 p.m. and 5:30 p.m., performing The Emperor's New Clothes. The Blue Angels return to Traverse City, Michigan this weekend for the 4th of July festivities, as Brenda Kidney explains being in the jet is a ride of a lifetime.
We're going vertical. You ready? All right, here we go. Ready, hit it.
It's a breathtaking moment in more ways than one. Beautiful views of my home here in northern Michigan from the backseat of a Blue Angels jet. Lieutenant Griffin Stengel was my pilot and tour guide. He's been with Blue Angels since September of last year.
I've always had a love of flying ever since I was a little kid, and it's always been a passion of mine.
I learned breathing techniques to counteract intense G-forces during a pre-flight briefing. Then it was time to climb in, wave to my mom and dad who were there to watch, and took off from Cherry Capital Airport, number 7, jetting high into the sky. Once we got over Lake Michigan, the lieutenant turned up the power and the intensity.
Ready, hit it. Get the squeeze going. All right, we're doing the sneak to vertical rolls. Ready, hit it. Right there. All right, we're rolling. Ready, hit it. Yeah, we're back to level. Rolling upright. Next thing I want to show you is we're going to do a loop. We're just going to go up and over the top. There's pure vertical.
Density 900, cleared on course, direct to Green Bay, call from the Bravo.
And if you look straight above us right now, you can see our smoke trail.
Oh my God. That's so cool.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's 72-hour sale just got better. This Saturday through Monday, doorbusters up to 52% off. A $1,000 purchase is just $21 a month. Plus, take a holiday bonus of up to 10% off our sale prices at checkout at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
This is my zen time. It's
like a video game.
This lawn brings me such pride, and I like to have hops.
We grow our own. People say, well, what are you? Are you a farmer or a brewer? So I say,
I am definitely a lines guy. When I'm done, I work on my mind and my brisket.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your mow. How will you make the most of yours?
Stop by our dealership for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
Attention, four-legged playful friends. At Paws & Claws, we have life jackets and water toys. Stop into Paws & Claws and treat your four-legged family member to some playful toys to get in the water with them. And always, swim responsibly.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
Roof warranties are all about trust. Your trust in GAF, a time-tested company, and our trust in our Master Elite contractors. They're trained, licensed, insured, and only they can offer our best warranties.
Call Oneida Roofing today.
Wisconsin, Governor
We have one chance to get this right. Remember one name, Kevin Nicholson. Marine, 5 years. Iraq, Afghanistan. Came home, founded No Better Friend Corp. Taught Wisconsin conservatives how to organize and win. This is about the ones who work for a living. Worry about safe streets and buying groceries. Warrior conservatives. This is about Kevin Nicholson. Conservatives, rise up. We have a leader.
It's Furniture and Appliance Mart's Stars and Stripes 72-hour sale. Hurry in to save as much as 40% off holiday doorbusters and special buys. And get guaranteed 5-day delivery on all in-stock appliances. The biggest savings of the summer are happening right now at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
And we got some partly cloudy skies out there right now, a good amount of sunshine, but that is just that fuel for all those thunderstorms that will be developing very, very shortly here in the Northwoods. There's already a couple thunderstorms developed out there in the UP. There is also a severe thunderstorm warning up there in the UP. So most of us are under a severe thunderstorm watch. So we'll keep an eye on those storms, but temperatures out there really nice and mild out there, as most of us are in the 70s and 80s across the state. The rest of the week and then into next week and for our 4th of July, looks like we'll have temperatures near average and maybe some more chances of rain for 4th of July. Keep an eye on that, folks.
Well, thank you for watching Newswatch 12 at 5. Stay tuned for your nightly news with Lester Holt.